Hello everyone, welcome back to the Farm Tips Prime, where we teach you anything agriculture, but more especially goats. If you haven't subscribed, kindly do, because you're missing a lot, and hit that notification bell such that you always be notified whenever I post. You can also share this content to your loved ones if you don't want them to miss out. So today, I'm talking about on how you can avoid mortalities at your farm. This is a good topic to talk about since many of you always ask me the same. Most of you lose goats and you keep quiet because sometimes you'll be not knowing the cause. This business is all about production and multiplication, and many people have been doing goat farming for some time, but many of them have been losing animals and they don't even try to find out where the problem could be coming from. It is supposed to be in your mind that mortalities can be there or death can be there, but a death should be a sign to wake you up to see that there is something wrong happening in your farm and you really don't know. So losing a goat is not a problem, but a problem is losing it and you don't find the problem of what caused the mortality or death. But remember that if you do all things right, it will be hard to have mortalities in your farm. What do I mean by doing all things right? Because anytime you can mess up, your workers can mess up, but all those mess ups are the causes of mortalities in goats. So this is what I do. All those goats you see have camps, and I make sure each camp I don't exceed my targeted number, let's say like 200 or 300 goats in a camp. So I always keep my maximum number. Goat's life is not all about the expensive house that you have put up. It's all about the health of that house. The house is supposed to be healthy. What do I mean by the house being healthy? It is supposed to be aerated. You people, you are fond of building houses which are really very expensive and the houses are not aerated. So that is one of the reasons that diseases do not get out of your farms. 2. Somebody is just keeping the animals in your farm, not even knowing that those animals need checkups. How do you take the checkups? And of which kind of checkup do you do? Observation of those animals. That observation is supposed to be done by you or by your manager. Do you know managers are really very important and the workers themselves? So the workers you use, they are supposed to be at least skilled up to understand why the project is doing like this and why the animals are looking like this, and when the animals looks like this, how should you handle such matters? So that is just a simple skilling. The only or the best way you can reduce or prevent the mortalities, first and foremost, is by close observation. That observation can be done by your workers and it can be done by you too. So if your worker knows how a healthy animal looks, can also easily detect that these animals are sick, because even the speed on which other animals can be moving on, it's not the same way sick animals will be moving on. The way an animal looks in the face when it is sick, it's not the same way a healthy animal will look like. Animals are funny creatures. They always want to show power. If it feels healthy, it is always jumping all the time, more so if it is done with feeding. 2. When that animal is not sick and it is feeling hungry, the moment you release it, it will fight to go and eat. But sometimes you look at an animal, it is stuck in one place, or is sleepy, it is not jumping, it is not playing with others, and you keep quiet. These animals show us their clinical signs of diseases in many ways. 1. By the eyes. You look into their eyes, how they look, and that really detects that this animal is healthy or not healthy. If the eyes are not looking bright, if an animal is not looking bright, look into the eyes, you will see. The eyes will look sleepy. 2. There may be a combination of tears from the eyes. Look at the nose. The nose of those animals should be at least wetty, not running. It is supposed to be moist, not dry. Look at that. Also look at the hair coat. The hair coat is supposed to be bright and clean. Those animals, we don't wash them, as in showering them, but we only spray them over the weekend. but their skins are supposed to be shining. If an animal is having a rough haircut and it is not clean, that means that there is a problem with that animal and you really need to find out what is that. So when you're looking at what could be causing mortalities at your farm, sometimes it is an improper detection. How do you detect? I have told you the animal shouldn't be looking sleepy. The animal is supposed to be happy. The animal is supposed to have a moist nose, not dry. It shouldn't have nasal discharge. It shouldn't have tears. It shouldn't even have salivas. Also look at the hair coat. Is it clean? Is it not dirty? Are the hairs not standing? There are those animals that have fur, and that doesn't mean that those animals are sick. No, it is not. So this is how you can follow it up. When your animals are going during the morning hours, when you wake up in the morning, it might not be you, but tell it to your managers to make sure that if they wake up in the morning, they are supposed to go through all those flocks politely and gently to see those ones that are chewing cud, see those ones that are not chewing cud, and ask themselves, why are they not chewing cud? And also some other things, like through those animals to identify those ones that are too sleepy, that are not waking up to at least move around, and then also have a quarantine area whereby whichever detected animal, you can move it to that section and know that this is where you always go for checkup. So you do the observation in the morning when they are going, and when they are coming back, also do another observation in the evening. And by looking for all those clinical signs, you will definitely find out. And then the dose that you're supposed to do. Make sure your animals in a year are vaccinated for 5 or 6 diseases. Make sure your animals are sprayed every week. And if the spraying is not effective, like it or not, there would be an outbreak. One animal collapses there and then it dies. That will show you that there is hot water. And when you detect that kind of situation, repeat the spraying and inject them with long-acting oxy. So, long-acting oxy will help that animal to make sure the bacteria is not multiplying in the body, and you also do the respraying. Then if you get that outbreak in the middle there, an animal comes back and then it dies there and then, try to use antibiotics, as I have told you, then again you spray. Then some other thing you should know, when the animals are supposed to be dewormed, at least deworm every after 3 months, and for the kids, at least every after a month, because they are very vulnerable with worms. So look at that and make sure that you give those animals some oral dewormers, more so the kids, because kids are very vulnerable. Thank you very much for watching, and I think that information will help you in your farming endeavors. If you haven't subscribed, kindly do like and share to your fellow farmers and friends. In case you have any question or you want to know something, don't hesitate to comment in the comment section below. I wish you a happy farming and wish you to always have happy goats. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.